Okay, let's get to it. Straight into it. This is the trade recap of this banging trade. 11 trade on the 13th of May on the Wednesday. So this day was yesterday, but I took 3 trades, and I want to say I mentioned in the previous trade recap, but I don't normally take 3 trades in a day, but again, this it was good, and it was part of it stuck to my rules. So in my eyes, it's a win, but it was one loss, then a break even. But the break even, we'll get into the trade, and then we won this. But let's get into it, and I'll explain my thought process and how I code this. Okay, so coming into the day, where's the chart at? Where is the chart at, man? Okay. Shit. Okay, coming in the day, I was bullish. We got all this liquidity above us. This looks like a classic market maker buy model, like we're going to create one. Consolidation, and we had London highs, resting with equal highs, near all-time highs. Just it's crazy conviction. Like I don't know why I wouldn't long to that. Okay, so market opened here. I wanted to see us sweep this low resistance liquidity and sweep London lows, and ES did the exact same thing. I like when they moved the same. Alright, so but ideally I would rather SMT here is it like instead of both sweeping out London lows, but you can't get what you always want. And here I took a loss here because I thought this where is it? I thought this would have been it was a good rejection block, do not get me wrong. I thought this is what as much as price wanted to come down, I didn't know it wants to come retrace more. You never know, but like price just wanted to retrace more. But this, in my opinion, was a good rejection block. I entered off here, and I just got obliterated. Alright, which is fine. Wasn't mad about that because it was a good trade. And after that, we come down. I love this volume. Okay, all of this bearish volume is just more indication that we're gonna go into a reversal. I don't know, that's just how I see it. So we have this 1 hour intermediate low. Where is man? Just go to where I was. Anyway, we tap into this unmitigated 1 hour gap, respecting it. Yeah, respecting it. And ES took this 1 hour intermediate low, and it was also Asia low, so even better. And then because of that, I felt even more like there's no reason for price to come down even more before continuing up. So my break even trade, I took it entry before 10 a.m. Normally I would wait for 10 a.m. That's why I went break even early on this. So let me just remove this for now. So I entered off this 0.62. Actually, I entered a little bit late, 107, something like that. I had somewhat like around 0.79, something like that, maybe even more, but it was around 0.79. I think 18 point stop, and I targeted this, but I won't break even because of this volume, and it was before 10 a.m. I was expecting us to come and retrace back, and I would have ended up pretty much the same thing, but just in case it wanted to retrace deeper, wanted to get break even, then I could get another entry when it's presented, which is what I did. So here, 10 a.m. opened, just here, consolidating, right? Then we come down, tap into OTE 0.705, and that's aligned with this inverse, this 1 hour inverse too. Rejecting the CE of that, I like that. Rejecting OTE nicely. And as a bonus, find where we're at. We're rejecting this 5-minute rejection block. okay, this is huge conviction. And I had my stop not below this. I had it below. I always try and do it below 0.79. And if I do get stopped out, wait, this trade's right there. What am I doing? Yeah, around 0.79. I gave it a little bit room to breathe just because of this inverse gap. I didn't expect it to come down too much, but I don't like to do it exactly under because price could still come and sweep you and then continue, which is what it did. So yeah, entered off this level and only into 3 micros, de-risked, not really de-risked, I was risking about 140, but I would have, if I didn't take the loss and break even, oh yeah, the break even trade made back my break even, like break even for the whole day, so it made back this loss here. I didn't mention that, the rejection block, wherever it was, somewhere around here. So it was technically break even on the day, not just break even on that trade. I think I trailed it up, right? So I risked 140 because I'm not just gonna risk another, like, even though it was still part of my rules, I just de-risked it a little bit, but it wasn't really de-risked. It still made 1500 across all 5 accounts, and yeah. So after this, we continue to pump. I like this volume. So we did tap into this 5 minute, as I was watching ReZero, bro, while I was in the trade because nobody was watching this, right? We tap into this 5 minute, respect it, and if you look closely to, bro, what the fuck? I don't know if you can see that. We do tap into the rejection block by a bit, so more conviction again, and we have this 5 minute rejection block, but it's also a 50 gap. It's also a 15-minute gap, we're rejecting it nicely. 15-minute rejection block, respecting that, and then if you look at the 5 minute, we got a 5 minute rejection block inside of this, and respecting OTE of the range, this mini range, and we get a 1 minute rejection block entry trigger. I didn't enter off anything, but just to highlight the conviction, like I had more confidence, even though I was already confident in the trade. Reject this, and it just acts beautifully, right? And then we just continue to pump. And if we talk about my original target, let me get back down here. Delete this, just make it a little less crowded. But we look here, this is the low of the new 10 a.m. to the high. Okay, I like to do standard deviation of every 4-hour candle opening. It doesn't have to be 4 hour, it could be higher time frame, but 4 hour, I don't know, just 10 a.m. especially. I like to do that, 10 a.m. and midnight. Or the manipulation leg depends. This is technically manipulation leg. Should be this whole thing, but it's besides the point, right? My TP was set at -4 because of the accounts that I have, no consistency rule. I would have made the buffer and more, right? But for some reason, some odd reason, I don't beef with TradeAvate. I got stopped at here for absolutely no reason at all. But that was only on 4 of the accounts. So I have 1 growth account with Tradeify, and that one didn't get taken out, but the select accounts got taken out here. So I had to manually exit the growth, and yeah, I was just so confused what happened. Like everything froze, and boom, I was out the trade. Like he just exited me for no reason. It's not like it was the end of the day. It was 12 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I was a little mad at that, but still up 1500 on each account. Alright, which is nice. Hopefully we can get another payout by, I could say this week, but I don't want to push it. Just take the same trades I just take every day. This is a 1 to 15 what it would have been, but it was like it got exited somewhere around here. I don't know exactly where, but yeah, like a 1 to 11 RR trade. So I'm not even mad about that. I was in the time being because it just started pumping and I got stopped out for no reason. But that's a trade recap of 13th of May. Take what you learned from that or saw from this, and yeah.